for those of you who are planning to make a return to work, whether you've been away sort of travelling or whether you've been at home with small children, I've definitely got a few tips here that can really work, that will just make you go back with a lot more confidence and a lot more credibility, really. I'm a business coach and I have a very simple model. I get people to think about where they're starting from. And that's a sort of really, really important place to start. What works? What are you good at? What are your strengths? And really think through what you've learned and what you've done in your time out. So whilst you haven't been at work, how have you built on it? What have you done and what can you then articulate as a skill set? I then get people to think as well where they add value. And it's so easy for us to think when you're away from the office or away from a work environment that you're not doing very much. You'd be amazed. It's just looking at the skills, the transferable skills, the amount we juggle, whatever. It's so important to then put that down in a way that makes sense to an employer. So that first bit is really thinking where you're starting from. You know, what's working, what's great, what have you got going? And that's thinking about you as a brand. You know, what's your brand? What do people get when they get you? Okay, so get people to also think ahead in terms of, well, what does success mean for you? So going back to work, where does this fit in your life? What do you need from a role? Where does it fit for you personally? How does it fit with your family? So a whole range of stuff like that. And that's very, very important to get clear on what you're aiming at. And it's always important to get this sense of movement. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? Get that sense of shift. It's not enough to go and just do, the same old stuff. The important thing then is to think, well, okay, if this is what your skill set is, and going back, and this is, what you're aiming at, then you need to do the stuff that really, really makes the difference. And that really is focusing on the stuff that probably not urgent today, but very important, and really, really focusing on the things that make you stand out. A lot of women can sometimes fall down in this because we're too busy doing God bless you jobs, or jobs for everybody else, or we'll just be busy doing stuff because we can. And it's important to then really think through, okay, how am I making a difference? So if I'm actually going to put this on LinkedIn, or if I'm going to put this on whatever, what's the difference I'm going to make? So that's a sort of a simple model. Identify where you are, identify what you're trying to do, and then do the things that get you there. And it's so important to think of yourself as a product like that. So going back to work, so that it's real. People have got something tangible to hold on to.